What is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Monday, November 21st slate of NBA action, man. I'm super excited to dive into it. We do have a fresh week of the NBA. I can't be more excited about it. We really didn't have that great of a week last week, so hopefully we can, get things going this week. And I definitely think we can. I found 3 plays that I really like for this 10-game NBA slate. So hopefully they can bring us some pretty good value. So before we go ahead and dive into it, I did just want to go ahead and say we are still currently on the road to 9,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me. So much more than you guys will ever know. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into a quick recap as of yesterday. We did have our kill shot play of the day. We had Kelly Oubre under 19.5 points versus Washington at minus 120. I saw a lot of people on Terry Rozier's over. He decided that he did not want to play basketball today, and Kelly Oubre was the guy to step up. So, unfortunately, we were all kind of losers for that one. With Terry Rozier just deciding that he didn't want to really put the ball in the basket. Somebody had to step up. That guy was Kelly Oubre. So it was just one thing after another, unfortunately. So that one ended up not working out for us. But the other 2 plays that we did end up having Kevin Huerter over 2.5 threes versus the Pistons at minus 130. This one took a while to hit. This one took just like halfway through the fourth quarter. But Kevin Huerter shot 9 threes, and he was able to knock down 3 of them. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I think he finished the game with he finished 4 for 11 from 3. So he was absolutely chucking 3. So it did end up working out. Then we had Cameron Payne over 27.5 PRAs versus the Knicks at minus 120 odds. That one actually ended up working out. He was actually on pace. Like, he was in triple-double watch, which is just absolutely absurd. Like, I mean, it's Cameron Payne. I just wasn't really expecting that, but he played tremendous. There was no doubt about it. He crushed this over by, I think it was 10 PRAs. Dude went absolutely ballistic. So that one ended up working out for us as well. 2-1 on the day. Profit is profit at the end of the day. So hopefully we can go ahead and continue this streak going into the beginning of the week. Started off with a bang. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's plays. So for our kill shot play of the day, we're going with one, and I'm going to say this straight out. There's a lot of narrative behind this, okay? But I love this play. We're taking Zach LaVine over 20.5 points here versus Boston at minus 110 odds. Now, if there's anything that I know personally, I am one of the biggest diehard Bulls fans that I know. Literally, I've got Bulls stuff everywhere. I have jerseys. I have, literally memorabilia, everything you can think of. I probably have it. I'm a diehard Bulls fan, and one thing that I know for sure is my Chicago Bulls. So, with that being said, I'm sure that you guys have heard about it, but just in case if you haven't, last game versus the Orlando Magic, the Bulls were getting absolutely spanked. They were getting absolutely, demolished by the Magic, which is just embarrassing in itself. But the Bulls ended up fighting back in that game, getting the game to be close, and we actually took the lead there for a little bit. But then Jalen Suggs ends up hitting a game winner and absolutely dogging us after Vucevic ended up missing free throws. So with all that being said, that part's not super important. But down the stretch, during that game in the fourth quarter, Billy Donovan pulled Zach LaVine out of the game. And with that being said, Zach LaVine was asked about it in press conferences and stuff like that. And basically, Zach LaVine was being super passive-aggressive about it, saying that's his decision at the end of the day, but I don't agree with it whatsoever. Zach LaVine has been, ever since then, there's been more leaks about stuff that Zach has said in the whole 9 yards. Zach is very upset that he did not play down the stretch. He is going to be coming into this game trying to make an absolute statement, okay? I could literally see him dropping 30, maybe even 40 points in this game. I think he shoots the ball 25 to 30 times, and I love the spot for it. So, that's the narrative of it, okay? I do love that. But there are some stats, too. It's not just all narrative. But I do think Zach LaVine comes in trying to make an absolute statement for this offense. But I do have some stats, too. Boston also does allow the 6th most points per game to opposing shooting guards. So despite their defense being pretty solid, just in general, they do lack a little bit more to that shooting guard position, which is kind of surprising because obviously they do have a very good shooting guard on both ends of the floor. But with that being said, they do allow the 6th most points per game to opposing shooting guards. And before last game, which he did only have 4 points, absolutely abysmal game, had 4 points on that game. He did end up hitting the over in 4 straight games before that. So I do really like that one. Also, the Bulls, they are currently on 3 days of rest, I believe, or 2 days of rest. This next day is going to be day 3. And with at least 2 days of rest, Zach LaVine has put up points numbers of 25, 21, 30, 20, and 23, hitting the over in 4 out of 5 times and finishing right on the hook on 1 of them. I think that Zach LaVine does have a fantastic game this game. And not to mention, I mean, we don't have to worry about shot attempts, but in case you were wondering, Zach LaVine is averaging 17.3 field goal attempts per game. So he's shooting. He's shooting. There's no doubt about it. And let's do a little bit of line reading, shall we? Take a look at the Bulls versus the Celtics line. The Celtics, literally the best team in the league right now from almost every statistical standpoint with the against the spread numbers, with the record, the whole 9 yards. The Celtics are only 6-point favorites to a team that just lost to the Magic without most of their best players. Yeah, they're thinking that this is going to stay close. If it does end up staying close, Zach LaVine's going to have a great game. So I really do like this play for our kill shot play of the day. Get it done, Zach. Zach LaVine over 20.5 points versus Boston at minus 110 odds. Now, for our second play of the day, we're going to be taking Jalen Smith of the Indiana Pacers under 7.5 rebounds here versus the Magic at plus 100 odds. Now, I will say, right as of right now, Wendell Carter Jr. is listed as questionable. If he plays, I'll probably bump this up to a 1.5 unit play. But for right now, I'm still going to play it just at 1 unit. With Miles Turner on the floor, Jalen Smith has gone under in 8 out of the 10 games that Miles Turner has been on the floor. So, with that being said, Miles Turner is taking a lot of these rebounds from the young Jalen Smith, and I think it's a really good spot to target also versus the Magic, because the Magic, they do allow the 6th fewest rebounds per game to opposing power forwards. They don't give up a lot of rebounds to the power forward position, and not to mention just in general, they allow the 4th fewest rebounds per game to opposing teams too. So they don't allow a lot of rebounds under any stretch of the imagination. And this team plays at a super slow pace. They play at the 20th pace in the entire NBA. Definitely very, very slow. So I think it's a pretty good spot to target here for Mr. Smith, especially at plus value. He's hit this under pretty frequently, so I think he can do it once again. So that is going to be our second play of the day. Jalen Smith under 7.5 rebounds here versus the Magic at plus 100 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, I love this play. We are going to be taking the Thunder minus 2.5 here versus the Knicks at minus 110. Yes, you guys heard me right. The Thunder are 2.5-point favorites today, and I love it. First things first, you want to talk about a bet that has a lot of history. This bet has so much history, it's absolutely insane. The Thunder have won 11 of their last 13 matchups versus the Knicks. Yes, 11 of their last 13, and we don't stop there. If you go all the way back to 2007, when they were the Supersonics, the Thunder are 23-7 straight up versus the Knicks. I love this play. I think that this screams the Thunder. Not to mention, the Thunder do have a couple injuries that should be hindering them. The line doesn't affect that whatsoever. I mean, they have Isaiah Joe, who I tweeted about how much I love the guy. They also do have Darius Baisley out. They do have Trey Mann out. They do have some serious pieces of this offense out, and it doesn't matter to the books. That says plenty to me. I'm fine with that. I'll take that any day of the week. Also, the Knicks, they are 5-5 against the spread on the road, literally 500, and 1-1 on the second leg of a back-to-back, which they did just have versus the Suns. Got absolutely stomped by the Suns, so I do think it's a pretty good spot here. And the Knicks, as an underdog this year, they are 5-6 against the spread as an underdog. Once again, just a little bit below 500, so I think it is a pretty good spot to target here. for our third and final play of the day. Thunder -2.5 here versus the Knicks at -110 odds. Now I will say I do like a lot of, I don't have any lines for SGA yet, but I like a lot of his overs for sure. So if you guys are thinking about taking his over, just do it. If it's anything below 30 when it comes to the points, just take it. I think he does drop 30 tonight. I know he did last game versus the Knicks, so why can't he do it again? So that is going to be our third and final play of the day. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Sarah signing out. Peace.